Hey everybody. You know, my son came up to me the other day. He said, Dad, did your dad go out and get the milk and never come back? I said, no. My dad went out for cigarettes because he's not a pussy. We were so close to having a generation that didn't smoke, and then they put it on a little zip drive and made it taste like cotton candy, and here we go again. I just recently found out that the booster seat might be moving to the driver's seat. California's changing the laws to maybe be making you stay in a booster seat until the age of 16. 16? Like 1'6". Like, I was 6 foot at 16. Could you imagine me also cramping my little car? But no, in California, it's probably because they think that if you're up there raw dogging the driver's seat, you're probably going to get cancer or something. So we got to keep our children away from that. I can't even imagine that. I mean, you know they're going to do cool things with them. They're going to have little LED lights and little spoilers on there to go faster or whatever. There's no way. That'd be like, for me, that's like, you know, the telling your parents I love you when you get off the phone, embarrassing type of thing. You know, you don't get caught with that. Pull up with your friends, you're like sticking it behind your back. What's that behind you? That's my lumbar support for my athletic spine. You kidding me? There's no way. There's no way. And especially if you get pulled over for that, and they're like, you know, I pulled you over. Speeding, right? Maybe? No, another booster seat ticket. We call those BS tickets where I come from. You know, truthfully, I really hope that, like, that's not going to happen when my kids get to that age, you know. My kids, like, they really try to be funny sometimes. They're not. They think they are. My younger son, he's always funny without trying. At the time, he was about 6 years old, and we're at Walmart. And they're arguing with me. They're kind of doing this thing where they're like, oh, come on, Dad, who's your favorite? I'm like, come on, guys, I love you the same, because that's what I was told you're supposed to tell them. And they're like, no, come on, Dad, if you had to pick one of your sons, which one would it be? And I'm like, I think I'd have to pick the dog, you know? They're like, what? Oh, that isn't, no, he's not. His son? I'm like, he's a son of a bitch. And Steffi's like, Ryan, you can't say that. And I'm like, whoa, I mean, but like technically, Dollar's like, no, Mom, he is sometimes. I'm like, oh, my 6-year-old knows what son of a bitch means. He's like, you know, like when he pees on the carpet? I'm like, oh no, he knows exactly what son of a bitch means. You know, I try to justify it. I'm like, you know, you gotta remember, he's the cheapest. Okay, he bothers me the least. And when he shits on the floor, I know it was actually an accident. Okay? I'm like you guys. Sorry. The other day, my partner was talking to her friend. And I don't even know what they're talking about. I just hear my name, and then she says, you know, Zach has 3 feet. And I'm like, whoa. Yeah, so now they're looking me up and down like I'm a piece of meat, right? I said, yeah, you know, because I'm thinking like she needs like a third leg, you know, like 1 foot on each side, another foot in the middle, which is like pretty exaggerative, but you take the compliment. And then she reminds me that I have a tattoo of a foot on my foot, and I just think I'm just so glad I didn't say anything too stupid. That's my time, everybody.
Keep it going, boys. Zach Brian Sterling. Nice. Hey, you gotta pick the dog as your favorite. They don't complain about the peanut butter situation as much, you know what I mean?